back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Awesome. What a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down, and this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
And that'll set him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Now Jones. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Jones, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. This to Hines on the drop-off. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is taken at the 15. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 48-yard line. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Hines. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 2. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, it's Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Here's Jones throwing on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He sets up the screen to Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hines, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out to midfield. It's right in midfield at the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll look to throw again. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down to none before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Hines. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a give right side. Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 4-2, come on. Check. I said it, let's go. Check. There you go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Jones.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. It's complete to Fuller. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Off play action. Jones. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Jones is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The kick by Sanders is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Yeah.
Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Got 4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Mike 55.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. His throw incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Bravo. Hey, check right. Watching you find. Hey, get in the weight room.
Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. That's complete, Okwuegbunam. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Browning leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Jones. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Watch the run. Mike 42. Mike Charlie. Check. Mike 42. Hey, defense,
throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races down the right side. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now Jones just going to back this forward on the jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdoad. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Pass complete to Hines. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. So a victory.